Metal, hello and good day, kids. It is Monday. It is time for the Monday Metal Ramble. It is early in the morning right now when I'm doing this intro. We are outside with Phoebe. She's back there probably doing her business. But it's going to be another hot day and a hot week here in the Midwest and probably a lot of the country and world. It's the best, right? All right, let's ramble.
Look at me. I'm rambling again.
Metal. All right, kids, how we doing? Welcome to the main part of the show. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to the second week of July. Summer's almost half over, everybody. I just can't believe it. It just moves so fast, and I'm going to be older here in a few weeks, and I'm not looking forward to it. But that's just the way it goes, right? Time stops for no one. 'Tis a sad thing. Anyway, all right. I almost went into never mind. We don't talk about that sort of thing here on this show. So, anyway, all right. I hope everybody's doing well. It's a really hot week here again. We've got another heat dome. I think it's over the central states and the western states right now. It's probably going to move to the east, which is that way. And sorry. We don't wish this heat upon nobody. It's really hot everywhere. Our planet's heating up, everybody, but okay, not going to get into that. All right. But everybody stay cool. Get on your slot car track. Have some fun. You know what I mean? All right. Thank you to all subscribers and viewers. We appreciate all you guys checking out the show, watching, and making comments. We really appreciate it. Comments mean the world. So please comment if you feel the need. We always reply back. All right, remember there's no wrong way to slot car, no matter how you go about it, whether it's a big car, whether it's a little car, whether it's a medium-sized car, whether you smash them, whether you crash them, whether you bash them, whether you mod them, whether you build them, whether you customize them, whether you build a diorama on your track. As long as you're having fun with your hobby, that's all that matters, no matter what the hobby is. Can't have enough hobbies. Well, you can't have too many hobbies, just not enough time. That's it. You can't have enough hobbies, but you don't have enough time. Anyway, you know the deal. Even if you're retired, you know what I mean? My buddy Den's retired, and he's always busy. And that's good, though. So, all right. Slot Yard Discord, it's super great. It's awesome if you're not part of the Slot Yard Discord. You can be. It's absolutely free to use. There's lots of great information. If you're part of SlotSync, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it anyway, but if you're part of SlotSync, there's a lot of good information about SlotSync in there. So that is a great thing. There's a link down below to where you can check out this SlotSync. Or I'm sorry, so where you can check out the Discord. The invite's free, you can use it for free. And that's a great segue into SlotSync. SlotSync is digital Carrera racing that you can do if you have a digital Carrera track. You just go to the SlotSync site, there's a link down below. You get yourself an ID, you pick a sponsor, you can pick me if you do. Please let me know if you do so. I forget to check in there sometimes, so let me know if you do pick me as a sponsor and you sign up for SlotSync. Please just comment on the video and I will see it. And SlotSync is awesome. You enter your track, it will give you a few default fields, and you go. It's $20 a year, and there's a lot of us on there. There's a high scoreboard, there's championship series every week. It's super, super, super cool. The first month is now free. Pete did a bunch of updates to make things more, more balanced, I think, is what he did, but I haven't got to check things out since he did his updates, so there you go. But SlotSync's great, the link's down below. All right. Do you want a sweet track sign like that? You can get one from Luke on eBay, MX69. He has a great store on eBay that you can use, and he will make you a custom sign if you wish. He also has lots of cool regular signs and lit signs and slot car parts on his store. If you want to save 20%, you can use the ToJuRacing 20 code. The link and the code are down below in the more and description field. If you just double click on that and open that bad boy up, you'll get to see all that. And Luke's a great guy to work with. Metal Luke. All right, sticker exchange. If you guys got to see the new sticker, I keep meaning to bring one down here, but anyway, the new sticker's out. I think all you guys that watch have seen it. Most everybody has theirs sent out. If you commented but didn't see that, I need you to email me. Take a look at that. If not, comment down below that you want a sticker. I will reply back and we'll get you the email. We'll get everything sorted out and get a sticker to you. All right. Let's see here. I'm not going to talk about that. I do that every week. Scott's House of H.O. Scott is a great guy. Scott helped me sell my H.O. cars, and he's a great guy who does a show on every Saturday night, and he does an auction, but he also gives stuff away. There's always door prizes. He has a member's show and then a non-member's show. On the member's show, he does a thing where he gives away a car to the members every week, and what happens is he does a thing where he'll do a number from 1 to 50, and then 10 entries get entered, and then he does a random number for the 1 to 10. Well, I wound up winning on Saturday night, and thank you, Scott. I really appreciate that. It was great to win and awesome and fun. Scott is working on a Mustang of his, a real car, that he's trying to get run as part of a promise to his father. And Scott has been low on funds, so I donated that car back. It was a collector's GT40 AFX that was donated by Jim Benito, and thank you, Jim, for donating that from Jim's Slot Car Obsession. Jim is really awesome. We're going to put a link to Jim and Scott's page down below in the more field. If you open that up, you can click on the link and go to their pages if you want, if you're not part of their pages. And anyway, back to the Scott thing, and I won that car, so I donated that back to him to auction off in the second show. That's the public show where he does the auction, and then all proceeds from that car went towards his Mustang. So that is awesome. Happy to help you out, Scott. You're a good man and you deserve it. So all right, that was really cool, and thank you again to Mr. Benito and Scott for the donation from Jim and the winning from Scott and the opportunity to win from Scott. It's great. He does that every week, and it's really cool. So he is awesome. All right. I mentioned this, the Zamboni. I can't remember who's making it, but they're making a battery-powered Zamboni that has like pads, cleaning pads in the back and the front. It'll work on any slot car track, and you turn it on and it goes. Does anybody have one of these yet? Did anybody get in on the order? I guess you have to pay in advance and then they ship it out, or pay half. I want to see one of these in advance before I consider picking one up, and I would just, I keep asking about that because I'm hoping somebody will get one and reply and have a review of some sort. So if you're in on any of those, please let me know. If you have one, please let me know. If you've tried one, please let me know. Just comment down below. Hey, that all rhymed. And it was just in time. And now I'm being hokey. I nearly did another one, but I'm not gonna. All right, hang on. It is time for some metal coffee. That's right, kids. On a warm summer morning, there's nothing like some lukewarm metal coffee, because you don't want hot coffee when it's really hot out. And metal coffee has that wonderful hint of a burn engine and hot metal. God, I love coffee. Unfortunately, that's the last of it. Get every drop. All right, very good. I talked about this, I think, last week, this little mini air blower. This thing is super cool, and you can, nice to cool off too. Anyway, I want to say again, this thing is super handy. I used it to clean the track before race night Friday, and I've gone around the grooves. You can put it right up on the groove, you know what I mean, the slot itself, and then get those slots cleaned out, because those things are really hard to clean, and doing it with a Q-tip is a giant pain in the butt. And then after you do the slot, you go over the whole thing, and you can blow the whole table off too. When you're working on your car, you can blow it out. If you work on small parts that need dusted off, it works really good for that. Hey, you don't have to have a cord. You can stick it in your pocket. It looks like the man with the golden guns gun, which is really sweet. And it was only $22. I got this off Amazon. If you just do mini blower search on Amazon, you will find all kinds of these. I just went with one that was on sale. This was actually suggested by BS Slot Cars. He did a video on one and I saw it. And I'm like, I got to get one of those. So thank you, Steve. And again, I wanted to recommend you guys ought to get one if you don't have one. It's super handy. Like when I'm truing tires, it helps me to blow off all that junk, all the rubber and the urethane from truing up the tires. So it works really nice. All right, so last week, this was on the bench. I got this Mustang done, this Boss Mustang. Got the guide switched and everything. So, it just doesn't run as well as I'd like it to. It's speedy, but it goes off the track really easy. Sometimes it'll just go straight. And the problem is the front end is too high. But you can't remove the front axle on these things because they're plasticed in there. So I'm not sure what to do to how to fix that. I don't know if anybody has a suggestion, but I did want to say this. That printed door with the Carrera chip, it works like a champ. It's really easy. The lights will work. So it's a great alternative to doing the Carson chip because you can usually get the Carrera chips for a more affordable rate. I've heard of some guys getting them off of AliExpress for $70 to $80 for 4 chips, which is that's a great deal. You know what I mean? And if you got a 3D printer, printing that little door out is stupid easy. I mean, it's really easy. Den said it took like 3 minutes to print it out, which is next to nothing. So anyway, I highly recommend doing that. For most of my scaly cars, I wish I would have done that. There's a few I may convert over. Anyway, so something to think about versus a Carson chip. A Carson chip is really nice though because you can plug and play it, or a SlotSync chip, or a Slot Speed chip, excuse me, which you can get from Slot Invasion. That's the Australian chip from Steve. And speaking of that, I have not got to look at the directions and get that put together. I'm hoping to do that this week. And I want to put it in my notchback Mustang. This has the Carson chip in it, but the lights won't work. I tried to do where you run the Carrera lights into the holes in the Carson chip, but that didn't work. So I want to convert this bad boy over with the Slot Speed chip, and then I can have lights in the back and the front. And I think you can even do like exhaust lights. It'd be kind of cool if I could somehow put some little red LEDs in the side pipes and have them, you know, blink when you accelerate. That'd be really neat. It'd be probably really hard to see and you wouldn't notice it, but it'd be really freaking badass. I know that chip can do that. I don't know if it's got the ability yet with its firmware. Anyway, very cool stuff. So, something I want to do yet. So, we did race Friday night. It was awesome. We were going to race next week, but everybody said that I said this week. So, okay, we raced this week. Or last week, excuse me, last Friday. We got to do about 5 races. We recorded 3 of the races, and then I have 1 race that I found on the computer I forgot about that I promised you guys a few weeks back. So we're going to get those processed and try to have a race up every night this week after today. So hopefully there will be a race on Monday, Tuesday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday coming out for you guys. And of course they'll come out at the same middle time, same middle channel. All right, so I wanted to talk again about the Ferrari 296. Here's mine. I unboxed this bad boy a couple weeks ago. I just wanted to tell you guys how well these run again. They run really good. I would probably put this as my first or second fastest car. I've got a small problem with the McLaren where it's so low to the track that right here it pauses on that little tiny incline right there, and I haven't sorted out a solution yet to fix that. I'm hoping I can get one, but it like drags right there and kind of takes away from all the speed. You lose about half a second of time, which means the world in a race, you know, on a 5-second lap track or 6-second lap track. I think it's 5:49 is the best time. I don't remember. Anyway, but anyway, if you don't have one of the Ferrari 296s or the McLarens, those are both insanely fast. And then I also really like the C8R Corvettes and I'm not a Corvette guy, and the Audi R8s run really good, not quite as good as the Vets, and the Porsches run really nice, the RSRs. I'm not gonna grab one, but anyway, you guys know which one I mean. So those to me are just the super nice cars. So All right, no progress yet on my corners. I hope to get to that this week. I did look at it, and it's just daunting with how many wires there are. And the problem is they're all over the curve, and they need to go to one central point to go down to get to the power terminals underneath. So I might have to do multiple holes or something. I don't know. I'll sort it out. But I'm hoping to get to that this week. No new news on the one-to-one slot car out in the garage. Nothing new going on there. Hatman's having a great time with his track. We're going to do a barbecue and race later in the year once it cools off a bit, probably come September. So when we do that, I will take my cameras down and we'll do some filming and all that stuff. So that's going to happen. But he's having a great time running on his track. He wants to make it bigger. It is not really big right now, but it's very adequate and very nice for his space. It's hard to make a big track. I want to make mine bigger, but right now that's just not in the cards. Eventually, you know, we may be able to. I'm going to sell Doctor Who once I get him working, I think, and then I can move the track down some if I want. But I don't know. I'd only get maybe 3 feet. It'd be nice to make it into a big square and lose the dog leg, but if I did that, we're going to have to use those grabbers to get at anything, and then I'd have to sometimes get up on the table, and these aren't made to do that. These are just tables with toppers. They're just folding tables. You can't really, you probably could get up and stand on it, but it's really not made to do that, and it's not as solid as it should be. Mike's going to make tables you can stand up on. But anyway, and if I made it a big brick, I'd have to completely rearrange the room and all that stuff. So right now, that's just not in the cards, but maybe someday. All right. No new news on Mike's track update. Mike's still got to get the room cleared out. He says he's got a lot of heavy shit in there that he has to get moved around, and he can't get anybody to help or something like that. But he didn't ask for help, so I don't know. Anyways, you know, Mike is handicapped, so he really can't do it himself. So anyway. But hopefully he'll get some progress on that. He says end of summer. So hopefully he'll have that done, and then we can, you know, start racing at Mike's and at Dave the Hatman's. So, all right. So that's it for this phase. Let's go ahead and move to the next phase, kids. Metal. Metal kids, welcome to Mail Call. We've got 2 envelopes this week to go through. This one is from Australia. I don't know who this is from. It doesn't say. I think I know, but we won't know until we open it. Let's just get smart about this, huh? I've got a couple envelopes going out this week later. A couple to Australia and a couple to the States. All right, we'll do the Australia one first. Getting ahead of myself. All right. Metal Todd, version 3 and 4 of my stickers. Keep having fun doing slot cars, Mal and Kaz. Thank you, Mal. Mal is awesome. He's a great guy. He does some really sweet videos. And thank you very much, Mal. I will get... Did he send me his info? I'll have to shoot him an email and get him some new ones. Ooh, this one's sparkly. Oh, and you got Poindexter in there. That's really cool, Mal. Awesome, beautiful stickers. Thank you so much, Mal. I truly appreciate that. We'll get one of these bad boys up on the board and see what we can do with the rest of them. So, very cool. I'll leave that out so I don't forget. All right, and this one's from our friend Vinny, Mr. Vince Messina. All right. A couple more SlotSync stickers, and his track sticker. Very cool, very cool. Thank you very much, Vinny. And he is awesome. He also sent me some SlotSync water slide decals I can put on some of my cars. Thank you so much for these, Vinny. I really, 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 really appreciate that. We're going to get some of these on our cars too, so, and that'll go up on the board. All right, so that is Mail Call for this week. Let's move to the next phase, kids. Metal. Thank you again, gents. Oh, I didn't read his thing. Hang on. Hey, Todd, here are some of my new stickers. Also, some of the decals for SlotSync that you asked for. Enjoy. Keep up the good rambles on Monday. Metal Vince, thank you. I'll put this in the pile. I keep all correspondence. We appreciate that. Let's get Mal's up there too. All right. Okay, let's move on. Hey kids, welcome to On the Bench. So, here's the bench. Here's what's on it. So we were racing Friday, as I mentioned, and apparently this braid pulled out, and these braids are different than, I don't know if I can just pop a braid into that or not to fix this, or if I've got to buy a whole new braid then insert it. If any of you Pioneer Legends guys know, please let me know, because I'm not fully sure how to go about that. Anyway, and he needs to true these tires up too. I still got tread on them. That's no good. Anyway, so that needs done. We got Scotty's van painted up. I've just got to do some touch up, some detailing, and put the golf decals on it, and some trim, and then clear coat it and put it together and ship that back out to Scott, hoping to get that done this week. That flipped over. As you saw, I got the Boss Mustang done. Dave wants me to do the same thing to his. I will say that Mustang doesn't run as well as I would like it. It's a little bit top heavy, as I discussed earlier. It looks beautiful though, and it is speedy. It just stinks in the corners, like a lot of the old hot rods do, so no big deal there. Haven't got to do anything with the slot speed chip yet. Where'd that go? It's up here somewhere. Anyways, I haven't got to put that together and start messing with that yet. I'm hoping to get to that this week. And then it's probably going to go into my notchback Mustang so I can put lights in it. And then I'll put that Carson chip in the Batmobile here. Haven't sorted out much to do with this one yet. Heck, it hasn't even been on the track yet. I have found that I can use the Mopar tires on it, which will give it a bigger tire and some urethane. So I've got to get a set of those ordered because I don't have any spares right now. But that'll certainly work. And I need to do something with that truck. I need to get it finished. But nobody else wants to get a big truck, so it's almost just an exhibition piece in a way. I mean, I can drive it around, so that's cool. I wouldn't mind making a trailer for it and making some kind of a golf flatbed to put a golf car on just for, you know, prosperity's sake and to do something cool. Anyways, so that is what is on the bench. I also need to tune up all of Kurt's cars. Kurt helped me with some welding on my mower deck. My mower deck hanger broke off, and Kurt's a really good welder. I had a neighbor help me fix it, and it held for 3 years. He's not a great welder, so I wanted to get Kurt to fix it so I wouldn't have to mess with it again in a few years. And Kurt fixed it really good, so to get Kurt paid back, I'm going to go through all of his cars and tune them up and what have you. All his cars have been worked over. They just need a quick tune and gone through, so that won't be too difficult. I didn't put all his cars on the bench to show you that. Hopefully we'll get to that this week, because like we said earlier, it's going to be hot. So, all right, kids, that's what's on the bench. Metal. Let's move to the next phase. Metal kids, welcome to the 5, but today we have 6. That's right. 6 for the 5. That's right. You get a bargain today, kids. 6 sights for the price of 5. Get it today. All right. So there's my air kicking on. That's not surprising. I'm surprised it even quit running. Anyway, all right, for the first one. So during the 5, I like to list slot car sites that are new to me or have a really cool video that you may want to check out. All right, so the first one is new to me. It is Carl's Slot Car Garage. Go check that out. Watch some videos. Give him a subscription. You know what to do. Do it, kids. Do it. Metal. All right, second one, Slotz of Fun. I mean, fun and slots. That's perfect, honestly. You need to go there and check that one out. That one's new to me. All right, this is a new one to me too. GazDaBam Racing. I believe that's an Australian page, and that's a very cool page you need to check out. All right, then we've got a cool video to check out. It is a kind of a documentary. It is the rise and fall of commercial slot cars. It kind of goes over how commercial tracks came to be and the whole slot car industry kind of came to be. It's a very cool video. Check it out. All right, the next one is, this is really cool. It's a replica of the Riverside track. It is Mods Raceway, who we've featured before, but this track's super cool. You got to go check that out. All right, and the next one, I just ran into this one when I was getting ready to print everything, and I'm like, you know, that deserves to be in there. This is from our friend Shotgun Dave. He made a little movie, and he called it Slot Car Dave's Movie. which is a perfect title. And it's a really cool movie about some of the custom racing and stuff that he does. It's a little movie for his racing that he's doing with all the custom cars that people send in, which is just super cool. So a really great video. All right, everybody, so that pretty much wraps up the show for this week. Everybody have a great week. Don't do anything I wouldn't. Everybody stay cool because it's really hot out there. Hopefully you can get on the slot car track, have some fun, and all that good stuff. You know what, like I said, be a kid as often as possible because this adulting sucks. I've got a birthday coming up soon, and I'm not eager to get any older. Let's just say it that way. Anyway, it's all good. Hi, Phoebe. Here's Phoebe, everybody. You can't see her, but she's there. She's a good girl today. Like I said, we got her walkout early today. It's now mid-morning, and we're getting ready to finish this up and get it processed and uploaded for tonight. So, again, thanks everybody for tuning in. Everybody have a great week. Don't do anything I wouldn't. Be a kid as often as possible. Get on your slot car track. Think about SlotSync if you're not doing it. All right. See you later, Slot Cowboys. Race on metal. Catch you next week. Look for those race videos coming soon. Bye.